Should you hire a tax professional? Yes. Oh, that was easy. Okay, I'm a little biased because I'm something of a tax professional myself. It's tax time and you're doing your taxes. It's the middle of summer and you just bought a rental property only to realize you're not sure what having a rental property means for your tax situation. It's fall and you have no idea how much you will owe because you're a 1099 contractor for the first time ever. Those are all situations where you might ask yourself, should I hire a tax professional? For most people, the answer is easy because they only have a W-2 and TurboTax can walk them through how to self-prepare on their own. I'm all for it. Preparing your tax return is what makes you an American. Not knowing how the heck the tax code works is also what makes you an American. Did you know the tax code is like 6,000 pages long? That's more than all the Harry Potter books combined.
Wizard, Harry.
From a cost perspective, the less money you make, the harder it is to justify a tax professional. The more money you make, well, the higher your tax rate is. And when you have a high tax rate, it's basically irresponsible for you to not use a tax professional. I'm talking about opportunity cost. It doesn't take much for a competent tax professional to pay for themselves. If you make more than $100,000 and you have an above average tax situation, which is basically anything other than a W-2, it's probably worth it for you to hire a tax professional. Let's say a tax pro finds a $5,000 tax deduction and you're in the 30% tax bracket.
So you're making the big bucks.
Like over $180,000 if you're single or $360,000 if you're married. That tax professional just saved you $1,500 in tax, which may be the cost of actually preparing your tax return. You can also trust or have faith that the tax pro knows what they're doing and will make sure your tax return is spotless. Having a tax pro preparing your tax return can also save you lots of time. Get this, the average time a taxpayer spends preparing their tax return is 13 hours, according to the IRS. That includes record keeping, tax planning, and actually preparing the return. Don't waste your time doing something that might be completely wrong. And getting it wrong could mean jail time.
Believe it or not, jail. You overcook chicken, also jail.
Just kidding, unless you're trying to commit tax fraud. But Logan, I'm not in a high tax bracket. Are tax pros not for the poors? I hate to say this, but it depends. Getting help with your taxes can cost a lot, and it's only getting costlier. If you have an above average tax situation, it may make sense to get a tax pro to prepare your return for the first year, or maybe try to do some tax consulting in advance. There are free tax return preparation options through the IRS's Volunteer Income Tax Assistance, VITA, if you are low income. Who is a good tax professional? Tax pros come in many shapes and sizes. You have enrolled agents, you have your Uncle Joe, your mom, or you have a CPA, which is what I am. No. It actually stands for Certified Public Accountant. But good luck finding a competent tax pro that's accepting new work. 300,000 accountants left the industry over the past 2 years. They weren't all tax pros, but I bet a good chunk of them were. The ones that are left standing have probably too much work on their hands. And a lot of mid-sized firms are no longer accepting 1040 only clients, meaning you have to have a business before they even think about working with you. And if they are taking clients, then expect to be extended. That's exactly what I'm doing with all of my new clients. I can't fit anyone else in between January and April because I have found my limit. If you do need a tax professional, I hope the best for you to find one. If you're not able to find a tax professional that's competent and at a reasonable price and that's accepting clients, well, don't blame us. Blame Congress for making a complicated tax code. Thank you so much for watching, and may the tax code be ever in your favor.